So good to be back. So good to be back. And it's funny you were talking about that. Right before I left, guys, to go back home, the night before my flight, our sprinkler system was just leaking and going everywhere. We had to fix it. We were outside in the dark with flashlights. It was all of us just trying to fucking fix that shit. I got it to a point where I fixed it, and then I poked a hole because you had to poke a hole to put the other part in.
It was hell.
I made that too big, and we had to fix it all over again. And then I got it to a point where it was like, okay, we could just leave it here. You guys try and fix it. You know what to do. Try and fix it after I was gone. What happened?
Dude, the sprinkler system was crazy. Shout out all the Jomans. This is, man.
$199.
Episode 199, and I'm feeling it, bro. And, dude, you were so strong, dude, pulling that stuff. Because we called Tony, like, pretty much our maintenance guy. He's our go-to guy. He's a legend. Tony is a legend. He's on the pod with Papa O'Malley, if you hadn't seen that one already. But when he came in and he just was doing it easy, I wasn't there when you were with him.
Uh-huh.
But when we were doing it, it was hard as hell. And I swear, Tony may be the strongest person alive. If you see him, just shoot him and don't even worry about fighting him because he's so strong. I was trying to get this tube through the fixture, the drainer that Jobins that puts the water into the plants in the sprinkler system because the sprinkler system has all these pipings.
Yeah, they do.
And there was we had to have the drainers get plugged into it. Mm-hmm. And it was tough. I used a pin, Jovins, so I wouldn't make too big of a hole. We made too big of a hole last time, and then we had to replace the whole section with a new piece.
Thank God for YouTube and Home Depot.
Dude, DIY is hard. Do it yourself is tough.
But hey,
we got it through. Thank God for Christian for the first one. He got the first drainer in on the plant that is the closest to the sidewalk, and then the one that was in between the big plant. We finally got that one plugged into. I did that, and it was tough. Mm-hmm. But I was like, dude, Tony's just like, oh, you just put a little pressure into it. It's like, no, you have to like stab a freaking pin through the tube and then plug it through.
Sprinkler systems, man.
Shout out Tony, though, for helping out so much. We were taking photos. We were sending videos. We were calling them. It's tough, man. It's tough. So I appreciate the sprinkler system fixed. Dude, I was stressing. Shout out Christian and Brock for helping.
Isn't poking a hole in a sprinkler system after fixing it for fucking 2 hours like walking on a fucking tightrope?
It is.
It's like, Jesus, fuck.
Because I was like, we have no room. If we plug it through and it's too big of a hole, we're going to be screwed.
I'm grateful, though, because guess what? The more you have to fix your sprinkler system out here, the more you know about your sprinkler system.
This is true.
And the better you get at fixing your sprinkler system. Because guess what? I went back at home. None of that. You don't deal with that shit where we live, okay? You don't have to deal with it. I saw someone watering their grass with a nice little cheap water sprinkler. And I'm like, they just don't know how simple it is out here.
Well, I have a question.
What?
Could we use water sprinklers like that?
Yeah, if we had grass, but everything.
Why? Why do you need grass to use a sprinkler?
Because you put a sprinkler in one spot.
But it goes like this, right?
Rainbows in one spot.
Rainbows. It's going to hit the plants still.
Out here, these plants need water. Everything's trying to kill. There's pointy, sharp rocks everywhere.
You got a point. Our sprinkler systems are way more advanced because they hit directly on the plants.
And these plants need a lot more water, so they all need it at the same amount of time.
Sorry to even question you, because no,
it's okay.
It's true, dude. Jobins. If you want to water plants here, don't use that rainbow sprinkler crap. It's not going to work.
No, if you want to live out here, don't live in an HOA that requires fucking plants in the front yard. And then that way you don't even have to deal with a sprinkler system.
Have one Schmitty with you if you have a sprinkler system because it's strong. You use strength work and it's hard.
Well, you need a Tony. And we've all, as roommates, have gotten better at the sprinkler system. So, grateful. But yeah.
It's good to have you back, though, dude.
It is good to be back, guys. Yeah, going back home was so nice. Had to help my mom. She's selling the family house. Thank God. She needs to get out of there. I can't wait for her to start living a little, Golden Girls life with my aunt and cousin.
Yeah, your mom deserves it. Tough worker, man.
Oh, God. She put in her retirement while I was there. So her last day is May 30th. I'm super happy. And I told her, I'm like, Mom, I'm always getting nervous with retirement because she's only 64. She's got so much time. I'm like, Mom, this is your time to enjoy life and do everything you want. You know what I mean? So eventually I wanted to get her out here, but for right now, she's gonna move in with Sis and Aunt Laura. I truly believe her being alone inside that house, constantly thinking about my dad and just being surrounded and sad. She doesn't need to be alone.
No.
And I think when she gets inside that, I'm trying to tell her, guys, as soon as I was leaving, I was like, Mom, just because you're selling this bitch, don't mean you gotta stay in it till you sell the bitch. You know what I mean? Like, get out ASAP. I went through, and you know when you want to get something done, that energy you had. As soon as I got there and I just saw everything, dude, like a white tornado, I just went through. Shit, and you know how my mom is. Like, sometimes I throw away shit that she gets upset about. I'm like, Mom, I'm sorry. I'll go get you a new one. I'll go get the, you know what I mean? So I had to go through that. I love you, Mom. But it just felt so good to get all this done for her, to get the ball rolling, so she can get out of that place. Because, yeah.
Dude, if you guys, Jobins, if you don't know, like, Schmitty's mom is my second mom. Like, Liz is amazing. And I hope you're watching now, and I love you.
She's listening.
Because you're awesome. And, like, she's always been there for us, dude. And, like, she deserves to have those years, like you're saying.
Yeah.
You talk to her, dude, and you are honestly a legend, bro. I love you, man. And, like, it's so sick that she's going to be with Sis and Aunt Laura, and they're going to kill it together. And I love you so much. And just know I've had a few shots, so I get emotional like this. And then I was telling you, bro, it's one of my biggest weaknesses, though, dude. It's like...
The real you's coming out. No, it's not a weakness. It's a good thing.
Jobins.
Hello, Brendan Moranin.
Jobins, if you don't know, it's like I tell this to Shannon a lot too, and it's like I don't know why I have to get drunk first before I can like. It's like I want to tell my kids I love them and stuff, dude. And it's like,
so do it. You will.
Dad, Mom, I love you guys too, and it's like you guys have been there for me, and it's like I appreciate the toughness, and it's like I'm a good person, and I just love my family.
You're a fantastic person.
I just want to be very expressive with my kids, you know, and I don't want to have to drink to like feel like I can open up and be emotional. Mm-hmm. And that's something I'm working on, Jobins. And right now you're seeing me in a vulnerable state only because of drinking. And that's sad to me. Because like this is how I should be able to express myself all the time. Mm-hmm. So to be able to only do it after I've had like 6 shots of 1800, shout out tequila. It's just like, damn, like what's that say about how we can change? And Shannon, I love you so much. And it's like, if we like, however we raise kids in the future, it's like, I just want to be able to like, not be drunk, to be able to be articulate in how I want to tell them that I care about them.
Well, I'm going to show you this clip because that was beautiful. You're a beautiful soul, Brendan. And it's okay. It's because society has made us where we're masculine. Well, you're supposed to be a man. That's just probably how you know, Dio was with you.
Dude,
you know what I mean?
And it's like, I love you too, Mom. And it's like, I love your mom, and she's my mom too, dude. And
your mom's the second mom and Dio. Your dad's the second dad to me. I'm blessed to still have a second dad like Dio.
But Liz, I love you so much. And it's like, bro, I love you so much, dude. You're my family, dude.
I love you.
I love you, bro. So
27 years of friendship, brother.
Just be like, really enjoy retirement years because you deserve retirement years.
She does.
That's all I want to say because you're so right, bro. You're so right. Like, you deserve retirement years. You deserve to have a good time. You work so hard. You are so strong and tough. You deserve to have a good ass time.
I appreciate you.
I appreciate you, bro.
Luckily, my glasses hide back my tears.
Jobins, that's another just part of me just being like, I wish I didn't have to drink to be like that, though.
You're not. Dude, you're a little hard. You're being a little hard on yourself because there's times where you're vulnerable when you're not drunk. I'm going to remind you, though, when little Randy's shit on the floor and you're freaking out, I'm going to go, hey, man, remember what you said? Yeah, I'm just kidding.
Dude, I love Shannon so much, though, because, like...
Oh, we know.
Guys, like, I can just tell her anything, and she's like, you need to be like, why do you think this way? Or, you know, it's like, I really reevaluate my own flaws, dude. Uh-huh. And I appreciate you so much, dude. And I appreciate the Jobins. I appreciate everyone that follows this channel. 199 episodes being here, dude.
Yep. Oh, wow. I think I would say what I could say, like most people would, your flaws, buddy. Don't die on me. Are you about to die? Don't die. Your flaws list are probably very short, my man, because you're a bright beacon of positive energy. you're somebody when you walk into a room, people are excited to see you because they know the night's about to be fun. And that's what the world needs more of. There's people like you.
Dude, you're just like
We're all, oh, I know. I appreciate you. We all have our flaws, right? No one's perfect.
Just know that, like, all the Jomans, everybody watching, like, I love you guys. Like, it means so much to me.
Right?
That we can do this, bro.
You know, as someone, I always have.
This is lit.
Oh, I know.
This is legendary. We're at episode 199. 200's coming up. We're going to have Joe Riggs on here, and it's like.
Well, if you're part of the confidential, you'll see where I got a little emotional. So, yeah, that's what podcasting is because, and then when people meet us and they go, oh, wow, you guys are just like how you are on the podcast. And it's like, well, yeah, because we're just being who we are on our podcast.
Without you, bro, without coming out here, I would never have met Shannon, bro.
I know.
I would not be engaged right now. I would not be having a wedding and being thinking about like the future that's coming up. And that's all thanks to like the relationship we have, bro. And like coming out here and chasing our dreams.
Yep.
And our boys chasing his dreams too. And like New Jersey's going to be legendary, Jobins. Follow your dreams. They're going to come real. And you're going to see it come freaking June 7th. You're going to see realness.
For real, hashtag.
The energy coming off, bro.
Oh, yeah.
You are a legend. We're legends, bro. We came here. You're legends watching. We coming here. I'm pumped on freaking Sunday's been legendary.
You're going through your rainbow really quick. Usually your rainbow they usually kind of last a little.
No idea what you're talking about, lad. And Sunday, guys, we're just vibing.
It's been a long week. But like you said, bro, what you just said to me is what I say to Sean and Tim. Sean moved me out here. He didn't have to do that for me. You know what I mean? I'm so grateful to have him. I'm so grateful. And then not only did he say I get to come out here, I was nervous. I still remember calling him, bro. I was like, fuck, I hope I'm not overstepping with this, right? Because I was just so nervous with moving out. Mo had even talked to me about, because I almost didn't move out, right? Didn't want to leave Dad, didn't want to leave my mom, didn't want to leave you guys, right? I was like, fuck, is it really worth it, you know? Well, then I still remember when I called Sean, I was like, hey, Sean, do you think it'd be okay if Brenden moved with me? And he's like, typical Sean, oh yeah, dude, we got to fill the room anyway. You know what I mean? And he had already known you from the podcast. Like we had, I think 60 at the time. Yeah. So he had known you, him and Tim, and I talked about you when we game. And I was like, dude, if I'm going to move out there, there's no way I'm not going to move out there with Brenden, especially since we had already started a pod. So it's just like a trickle down thing. Then you're doing it with your buddy Brenden on your podcast. Look, you met Brenden. You think he's a great guy. You want to do a podcast with him. Look, you're doing the same shit. You're doing the same shit.
That makes you like his like spiritual grandfather in a way, dude, if you think about it like that.
Yeah.
Shout out Brenden too. He's working really hard on that too, and we making channels and stuff. And I want to work on our channel too, dude, and get everything going.
Mm-hmm.
We're legends, bro. And you're all legends.
Seems
watching.
like you need some water.
I know.
Why don't you go get some water?
Maybe after the podcast. But
okay, if you can make it, because you keep licking your lips like you're thirsty as hell. Them shots got you dry mouth, lad.
They did, guys.
Yeah.
They did.
You can go get a drink of water real quick.
Really?
I can edit it, yeah. All I got to do is edit real quick. Yeah, ready?
I'll get a quick water.
Watch this. Chop. We're back. Just need a little sip of water.
A little sip of water? It's been a long day.
But I do thank you, brother, for saying all those kind words. And I'm glad the Jobins got to see you like that. You know what I mean? So they can know the real you, because the real you is a fucking an amazing dude.
Thanks.
So thank you.
Thanks, bro. Thank you guys for tuning in every time, too. We love you guys.
Episode 199 started with a banger.
It was pretty crazy.
Yeah. You want to know fucking something crazy?
I'm listening.
I haven't told you this yet. Jobins went back home, visited my mom. Love you, Mom. So fucking awesome seeing you. It's always so hard leaving, right? I can go through that later. But she has these two beautiful puppies, and they actually resemble just like our old dogs, Snickers and Monet.
Shout out, rest in peace.
Yeah, it's Ozzie and Trixie, right? They're like little tiny Yorkie Shih Tzu puppies. They're 3 years old. I'm there, right? It was probably the 5th night there, right?
Mm-hmm.
I wake up to a thunderstorm. I was telling my mom when I got there, I'm like, because it's that season, right?
Yeah.
And shout out St. Louis. We're sending love and prayers. A tornado went through just a couple weeks before I went home and fucked dude, you'd be surprised.
It's scary, dude. I was doing research on it, bro, and prayers to everyone affected by these storms.
Bro, my mom's lucky. Our house is on a hill out in Arnold Chopin's, and we're in a big-ass neighborhood. Her house is on top of the hill.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking, there was houses with half the house gone. Roofs all fucked up. Garage is gone.
That's scary.
I'm like, holy shit, it was a legit tornado. There was buildings fucked up. You could actually like see pathways. There were so many trees throughout the city that were gone and fucked up. And then guess what? Just yesterday, a whole tornado went through St. Louis and just fucked the whole town up. It's not good.
What do you think of that, dude, with more tornadoes happening in St. Louis?
Scary.
Isn't that crazy to think about? Like, how many tornadoes did we experience growing up, man?
Oh, none. And
then how many have you had in the last year?
We always had, even though we never had tornadoes, we always had fantastic thunderstorms. And we've had storms where my mom's in the basement freaking out. Ricky, get down here. And I'm going, no, Mom. Dad's in the one, he's like, oh, well. And I'm going, I want to be up here with Dad. She's like, no, get down here. Because I just love watching storms.
Yeah, that is one of my best memories too, dude. When you had the door open, you guys on your front porch.
You'd be there was times you were with us. I think there was probably a time you were down with my mom because you didn't want to make her mad, and I was still up with my dad probably. But, yeah, love and prayers to St. Louis. It's going to be a lot of rebuilding. Tornadoes suck.
Prayers for our boy, too, flying, too. Yeah. Man, that's scary.
Yeah, another storm's coming through when Jesus. But, anyway. Finally, that 5th night, right? I wake up at, it was like 5:30. Kaboom! You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
The ones that shake the house. These are bigger booms than the fucking Costco boys. You know what I mean?
They do. They shake the house. They wake you up, though. I know what you mean.
Costco boys ain't got nothing on Mother Nature's kabooms.
I haven't had one of these here
never,
in a long time.
Ever. We've never
I feel like there was once.
Never. We have never experienced kabooms. Ever.
We've only had a handful of storms.
We've had the ones that ripple before where they go, they crackle, they go, and then kaboom. We don't never had that out here.
You know what I feel like is going to happen, dude? Something's going to we should probably take that branch out.
Oh yeah. We got to save fucking.
Joe, if you don't know, our tree has like been through it.
Yep. And we got to save Peter. But that's another day.
Is that the tree's name?
No, that's our neighbor.
Oh.
Peter, good guy. Love Peter. He's got kids that look like they're in college. They're good kids. Anyway, so I wake up to that kaboom, and the dogs would sleep with me, right? They were sleeping with me like nothing was wrong.
What's their names again?
Trixie and Ozzie, and they are just seriously so precious, the most adorable thing. They love sleeping with me, and then as soon as I wake up, they get all excited and they start jumping in my face, and I go, okay, let's get up now, and I put them down, and I get up, and the thunderstorm's going on, right? Kaboom, and it's lightning, and it's even taking time. You know those, you get the lightning and then you get the thunder. Well, you get this big boom lightning, and then it would take a second, and then kaboom, right? So I'm making my coffee. I'm sitting down, drinking my coffee. Whenever I get up in the morning and I'm doing that and smoking my bowl, making the coffee for me and my mom, they're now in the living room sleeping with my mom.
Okay.
Yeah, right? And that's what's going on, right? I'm sitting at the kitchen table, and I've been cleaning, right? So the whole time I've been cleaning, my mom's like, okay, Rick, be careful. These guys find everything, right? Mm-hmm. And they do. They literally find anything. And they're so sweet and gentle when you try to get stuff out of their mouth. They just keep their mouth shut. They're like, no, I'm not letting my mouth. They don't growl. They don't bite. They don't get mean. And you can actually get in their mouth and grab it out. You know what I mean?
It's cool, dude, that they're the same breeds as Snickers and Monet.
Monet was a Asalopso or Lopso, whatever you say.
Oh, they're both the same.
No. Same colors. Ozzie's looks like Monet, but he's the same dog as Snickers. both of those dogs are
Thanks.
the same dog as Snickers, but Monet was different. They just resemble them because Ozzie's literally the same fur color as Monet and like almost damn near the same size, and then Trixie's the little petite one.
Oh, they're so cute.
Yeah,
dude.
Trixie's smaller than Ozzie, and she looks just like Snickers. She's the one that looks like Snickers. This is gonna freak you out what I'm about to tell you, bro.
Oh, I'm listening.
I literally experienced one of the freakiest things I've ever experienced, guys. I've been with both my uncle and my dad when they passed away, and that was, weird in itself. But I've never been with a dog when it's had a seizure.
Wait, which dog had a seizure?
Ozzie, and I wish I would. So I'm sitting in the kitchen table, right? Now, mind you, at this time, my mom, after he's had his seizure, she tells me he had one a month before. Now, I don't know this when I'm sitting at the table, right? All I know, guys, is that I've been cleaning the fuck out of the house, and these dogs find everything on the floor that I leave behind. Pennies, anything, money, anything little they could find. And sometimes we're like, oh, thank God we found that, right?
Yeah,
thank
right,
God.
right.
What is this? Where'd you find this? So I'm sitting there, right? Ozzie and Trixie and you know how you can look into the living room and see?
Yeah.
I'm sitting there drinking, enjoying the thunderstorm. All of a sudden, Ozzie sits up and he just goes, "Haw!" like he hawks, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then he jumps off my mom's thing that he's laying on, the little big lazy boy thing. As soon as he jumps off, his ball goes flying in the air, right?
Mm-hmm.
His toy ball. And then when dogs bite on their toys and they go, rah, 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 rah. You know when they do that?
Mm-hmm.
Like when they whip their toys around? That's what it sounded like he was doing. And then also my mom has a cage that runs aside in the living room that blocks off all our angel statues, all our stuff that she didn't want the dogs to fuck up and get into, right? And then it sounds like he's going, rah, rah, rah. Then all of a sudden he's running into the cage and the cage is rattling everywhere. And my mom goes, "Stop it, Ozzie." In my head, at that moment, I'm thinking he just got pissed off about something. I'm like, what the fuck is he going crazy on his toy about? What the fuck? So I stand up. I go, what's wrong with Ozzie? I see him flip ups in the air like the most weirdest, uncomfortable ways, and he's spazzing out. I go, "Oh my God, Mom, something's wrong with Ozzie," right? And
Yeah.
she shoots up. I run over to him, right? And I can't even look. I actually kind of fucking panicked a little because I'm like, oh my God. She goes, "Oh my God, he's having a seizure." I didn't know he was freaking out so bad. In my head, bro, you know what I thought happened in that moment? I thought he found a thumbtack because in my room, bro, I was taking shit down. I had him in a roll of tape. You know how it is the center?
Yeah.
I had that on my desk and I was putting them all in that. But I was finding some in my closet. I was finding some on the floor from when I moved out a long time.
That level of guilt must have been crazy.
Yeah.
You were feeling, dude.
I thought the little guy swallowed a thumbtack, Jobins, and he was dying right in front of us. I was panicking. My mom's over him. He wound up running off the thing, running along the cage, behind the recliners. You know where the rail is to the front door? Over there. Like, this little guy was flipping around like crazy until my mom got a hold of him. And then she's standing over him. She's going, "Lord, please stop this. Please stop him." And she calmed him down, right? Calmed little poor Ozzie down. I'm going, oh my God. I'm panicking. I come to her when she gets him to calm down. I come over to him. Bro, the way he looked at us when he comes back, he had this look on his face like, what the fuck was that? He had snot coming out of his nose that was all over his cheek.
Oh, jeez.
This poor little cute little baby puppy.
Poor Ozzie.
And then guess what else? He had foam coming out of his mouth. Oh, dude. And then guess what? That's the morning I was supposed to go to. I'm going to Aunt Rose's. I still went, but in my head at that time I'm going, I can't leave. I gotta be here all day in case something happens. If he has another one, because we calmed him down, and then the thunderstorm's going on, right? And then once he came back, he wanted to just keep moving. He didn't know what the fuck just happened. Trixie's freaking out, right? She's like, "What the fuck just happened to Ozzie?" I'm holding him. I go in my room. I pick him up, and I'm holding him. I'm just trying to calm him down, And I'm sitting up against my bed. Trixie's trying to she's smelling him, and freaking out. She's all excited. She knew something happened, right? But yeah, and then before that, he even started almost having another one. My mom had to come. He started like spazzing. My mom calmed him down so he didn't have another one. I was like, Mom, we got to get him to a vet. I'm asking ChatGPT, my dog. Yeah, seriously. Apparently, like seizure medicine is really hard on dogs. Oh. But then I also was looking stuff up about CBD because CBD helps little kids.
CBD for dogs too. They advertise it all the time.
Yeah, dude. So I told my mom that. I'm like, Mom, you got to get some fucking CBD for little Ozzie.
That's a great idea,
bro. I was on edge the rest of the trip with him. Didn't want to get him too excited playing with his toys. I had let him out in the yard the day before. You know, they'd had so much excitement. I'm throwing shit away, moving shit in and out of the house. They get excited every time that happens. I'm like, did I cause this, putting this little fucker through so much excitement? So after that happened, I just tried to keep his excitement level down. But fuck, talk about one of the most traumatic things I've ever experienced of seeing a dog have such a violent seizure.
That is scary, dude. I hope Ozzie and Trixie are doing well in the new home and everything. And it works out well, you know?
I know. More people around. Because that's another thing. I'm praying. I'm like, please, I do not want a phone call saying my mom was alone when he died. And I'm like, dude. But apparently, it's just a thing, dude. They can have them.
Don't ever question the Schmidt loyalty to their animals.
I know, dude. I went and cleaned up. The tornado fucked up my backyard. The neighbor, I was going to fix that. That was going to be something. Talk about weird timing. Ready? My mom wanted to fix the backyard because since the tornado came through, she hasn't been able to take the dogs in the backyard.
Right.
Because that fence is fucked. So I'm like, okay, bet. The boys were coming over. I was gonna be like, hey boys, guess what? We're gonna put up a fence real quick. You know what I mean? With a couple boys I've seen Tim do, we can get it done real quick.
Good strategy,
bro. As I'm doing the dishes, all of a sudden the guys pull up and they got brand new wood, and he fixed his whole entire fence. And me and my mom were like, what a crazy timing. You know what I mean?
That is crazy. Yeah. Shout out to the neighbor.
Right? So after they got that fixed, I went up by Snickers and Monet's. I fixed that up. Shit's just all fucked up. And I'm like, damn. I even put it on my Snapchat. I'm like, I wonder what the new homeowners are going to do about previous homeowners, like dead dogs buried in the backyard with graves.
It's an inevitability.
I know. I wonder if I know. Just don't dig them up. You know what I mean? Just leave them there.
Leave them.
Do what you're going to do. You can get rid of, if you want to get rid of the grave sites, get rid of the grave sites. Just leave them in the dirt.
Shout out. Rest in peace, Snickers and Monet. Legendary dogs.
Yeah. But literally one of the Jobins. God, if you've ever experienced that. I hope no one does. Literally. And then I go to Aunt Rose's, right? And it was actually a good thing because, again, me doing shit gets him excited. And once I left, he just laid with my mom while she worked all day. So he actually was calm while I was gone all day. It was good. But then we go to Aunt Rose's. I got a little conspiracy theory here, guys. That I don't know. This is all real weird to me.
I'm listening.
The new Pope.
What about the new Pope being American? Being from Chicago?
Do you think anything weird about that? Like, if I were to say, hey, I believe Trump had an influence on that, would you say I'm crazy, or would you be like, no, you're like, no, that's completely wrong, or would you go, maybe?
You know what I would say to you for legal purposes is I would say this. I'd say, Schmitty, the burden of proof is dependent on you. If you want to propose this conspiracy, you have to provide the evidence.
Well, here's why I have the conspiracy theory. So this was my first time as an adult paying attention to a Pope election. And oddly enough, it was really cool because what have I always missed? I enjoy my Aunt Rose and my mom and my dad and my uncles like that because they have that been there, done that, gone through it type shit. So I like the advice, right? And I always like experiencing historical events with those kinds of people. So it was kind of crazy. After I leave that, I go to see my Aunt Rose. And then all of a sudden, that was the day that they picked the new Pope, right? Just kind of, I was like, oh, wow, it's cool. I get to be here with that. So I'm paying attention. I'm even this dumb, right? I'm Catholic. I'm dumb. I'm just ignorant to this stuff. I thought the Pope's names were their names.
No, they adopt a name.
Exit out of the channel now if that made you that upset. And doing the research with all the names and stuff, I'm like, that's interesting. I'm like, I want to learn all about it.
What do you think about it?
Why do they pick them? So, all right, here's my conspiracy theory. I'm watching my Aunt Rose, who's paid attention to all this shit for her whole life, and even before the new pope was told who it was, they were announcing, new pope's getting ready to come out and reveal who the new pope is, right? We're inside her living talking about popes. She talked about how there was never an American pope, and we're going, oh, wow, right? Then we decide to go outside and talk for a little while, enjoy it because she has a beautiful backyard. We stay outside in there and talk for a while. We come back inside. Boom, the pope's picked. And it says on the TV, first ever American TV. I walk in behind my aunt and she goes, oh, what? And her immediate thought was, wow, that was, well, before, actually, I back up for a second.
I'm listening, dude. I'm fully invested in this story.
My bad, Joe. Back up just real quick. She was shocked with how fast the decision was before the pope was revealed, before we went outside and talked. She was going, wow, yeah, I can't believe they're going to reveal a new pope today. That was quick. And that's what all the news reporters that we were watching on TV were saying, right? Mm-hmm. Boom. Then we go outside. We come back inside. Oh, my God. Well, oh, my God, American pope. Now her thoughts was, which American cardinal, right? She was wondering which one. Everyone was shocked about it being on every channel we watched. Everyone was saying, never in my lifetime did I think I'd see an American pope. Seriously. Mm-hmm.
I'm listening.
The first time in 2,000 years of its fucking existence, brother. Right? And these are the words coming, and me as an adult and paying attention to the elders. Never in my life did I think there'd be an American pope. Wow, that was fast. Just 2 days. Wow, that was fast. 2 days before that, Trump puts out an AI image of him in a pope uniform. Ha ha ha. Yeah, it's funny. Satire. Oh, that pisses me off on the other half, right? There's heads and tails on the coin of that post. And heads is, well, you done pissed off everybody Catholic because you can't make fun of religion, which he kind of was. It was satire, right? Ha ha ha. And that's the other side of the coin. It was just a joke. To me, that was the flex of you don't know what I just accomplished that's getting ready to be announced. Because what does Trump do? He's trying to get everything done. Mm-hmm. 100%. Gets in front of fucking wars. Changes the Gulf of Mexico to America, which other countries aren't even recognizing. So what's something that he can flex about that's actually something that's super powerful? That's also kind of weird how much debt they're in.
The Vatican?
Yeah. And that's something that's like, what other kind of debt? What he also wants to take care of debts. To me, I'm like, that's 3 red flags for this. To me, I'm like, dude, what do you guys think, Trump? Am I crazy for that? I'm like, Schmidt, you're crazy, man. You smoked a little too much weed that morning, thought a little too deep, because that's just too weird. And then you know what that's my conspiracy part. You know what my prediction is?
Listening.
And I hope people don't. I'm not, nor way do I wish this at all. No, I'm not saying that. I don't wish this. I don't wish death on nobody. But I'm just saying, when you put people in big positions for maybe ego or whatever, and other people strongly don't agree with those decisions, mm-hmm. What might happen?
I couldn't agree more. And Joman, I'm sorry if you're like a strong practicing Catholic, raised Catholic myself.
I'm Catholic. Yeah.
I say screw that whole system, bro. Mm-hmm. The only relationship you should have is directly with God.
That's exactly what my mom says.
I speak directly to God. Yep. I don't go through some bullshit church for it, and I don't have some person that they're trying to say is infallible. You know, a true Catholic has to believe that the Pope is an infallible being. The only person that can be infallible is Jesus and God.
And Jesus is God.
It's all political, and then they do an American thing like that.
Holy Trinity.
I don't respect the church, and I don't respect the cover-ups that have happened in the past. The only relationship I have with God is directly.
Can you imagine a world where everybody had their faith, had their religion, but it played no part of the world? Only themselves and their actions.
That's what the whole Founding Fathers' principles were, dude. Freedom of religion.
Yeah.
So it's kind of messed up. And I'm sorry, Jobins, if you're strongly Christian and you think America needs to be a Christian nation, but they did say freedom of religion.
There should be still a line of religion because there should be no harm, like sacrifices.
Agreed.
You know what I mean? Like, nothing crazy.
Yeah.
If you're not hurting people, you're not hurting nobody, you're not doing like illegal weird shit, and it makes you believe in whatever the afterlife is, and it just guides your life, and it can provide you peace. Because I know people are like Schmidt and Brenden back 199 talking about all this kind of shit.
No, dude, you know what I want to say right now?
It's true.
The Catholic Church is the same as Scientology.
Oh, yeah, dude.
It's the
crazy.
same.
So
you want to talk about Scientology being crazy, guys?
Talk about our government.
We've had a Scientology for 2,000 years. It's called Catholicism.
Mm-hmm.
You think Jesus Christ made up Catholicism? He didn't.
Yep.
I think things have been bastardized. Conquest has been made. Mm-hmm. How many popes had illegitimate children conquering nations? It's a flawed, outdated system that I don't even care about anymore.
You want to hear a funny joke that my Aunt Rose says? Because she says the funniest shit sometimes. And she's quick with it, just like Sean.
Yeah.
You know how quick Sean
Shout
is?
out Aunt Rose is a legend.
We're talking about all the popes, right? And I go, Aunt Rose, you know there was a pope that was elected pope and then he died the next day? And she goes, oh, well, yeah, God didn't want him to be pope. I about fell out of my fucking chair.
You know, if you are the winner, you can decide what God decides.
Dude.
Write it down in history.
Poor guy. R.I.P. to that pope, whatever. But damn, was that funny. Because I never thought of it that way. I'm like, God, imagine being elected pope and you die the next day. And then here's my Aunt Rose going, well, yeah, God didn't want him to be pope. Fuck.
Dude, it's so messed up, man. They all get in a freaking layer together, and then they decide who the next leader is.
I know it's...
Oh, shit. What was that? Was that the amp?
I'll fix it.
Technical difficulty. Jobin Scott. I love my brother. He's such a legend. He's right now improvising. We're in the middle of a podcast. And this guy's got the focus right. Something happened. He's got it placed back on the table. Legendary. Still sounds good in my ears right now. Hopefully everything's okay.
So, I'm going to explain why this happened. I'm going to explain.
I think everything is okay. Is the camera still rolling?
Yep. Everything still sounds
Shout out to everybody being here still. Technical difficulties. Yep. It's okay. It ain't nothing but a thing.
You know, Jobin, some would say, wow, guys, you haven't been back in some time now. So I got this big sign on the table. So I backed the table that we have our stuff on a little bit further. So I did not think about stretching my stuff. So that's what happened.
Hey, you fixed it, dude. And the lights look great.
Now it's great again. So, yeah.
Make the podcast great again.
Yeah. So that's the whole Pope thing was very weird. Very weird to go through.
Dude,
and a lot to learn about.
So much going on in that region is crazy right now. Trump's presidency is like unprecedented. Mm-hmm. It's the craziest stuff. You can't even make half this shit up that's going on right now, dude. And guess what? I work at a bank, Jobins, right?
Uh-huh.
Big bank.
Huge
Top
bank.
10. Huge.
Huge bank.
We can now use Copilot, which is funded through Google.
What is Copilot? I don't know.
Google's AI.
Oh.
Specifically, actually, Microsoft's AI.
Mm-hmm.
And Jobins, now I can just type in interest rates and shit like that into it. I even drafted an email up for a referral. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, hey. And I sent it out, and it was like crazy, dude. AI is in the workplace integrated like crazy.
Yeah. Well,
it's cool, though, to use it myself now.
We did a pod with JoJo's brother. He's a big conspiracy guy. He has his own Instagram and YouTube channel. When he's in town, I'd love to get him on the pod. Mm. He's a big conspiracy guy, but he wasn't too big about AI, and he wasn't too worried about AI. And I'm like, so here's my biggest worry. So our whole system is based on numbers and codes, right?
100.
Well, AI is going to be able to crack them all. Mm-hmm. So it's like, doesn't that mean there's going to have to be a change? We'll have to adapt to the AI with our system.
Dude, think about this, bro. You know how you have Google? You know how you have Google?
Huh?
You know how you search, Jobins, in the Google browser?
Oh, yeah.
If you search into an AI, it's going to pull up multiple browsers, all sources.
Oh, yeah.
AI is going to eliminate browsers. Browsers are outdated. Jobins, browsers are outdated. Safari, Firefox, any browser you could think of is going to be outdated by the AI models that come in and can pull from all those sources.
Right. I've been loving using AI. I've been having a lot of fun making the shorts with it. It's been cool.
Dude.
It's fascinating.
Jobins, what about ownership? Now you got to think about ownership too. You got to think about licensing.
Oh yeah, we just watched that Harry Potter. It's an AI music video of a Rasta Harry Potter, and it's got all the characters and like weird Rasta vibes, and it was funny as hell. But it's like, damn, like that legit looks like them. It's gonna get to a point where we won't be able to tell the difference. It's gonna be crazy.
AI is open source, free source, dude. How are the laws going to be implemented? Do you know what Nintendo's doing right now?
What?
Guys, Jobins, Nintendo's coming out with the Switch 2, and their end user
Expensive games.
Their end user license agreement, the EULA, it's going to say that you can't, it's just like BlackRock, like you were talking about, bro. Like my boy's been talking about this whole time. You aren't going to own the console. If they see that you modded the console, they can brick it. That's what they're calling it. They're going to brick the console, deactivate it. You could buy a console at the store, go home with it, mod it. They find out you modded it. They are going to destroy that console. You cannot use it.
Damn.
We were able to play Guitar Hero 2 today, guys. We didn't have to worry about it getting bricked.
So much fun.
What's happening, bro? Ownership is getting crazy, guys. If you don't respect ownership, you don't respect yourself because we're screwed.
You know what else I was grateful for? Bringing back those games and just going through them and playing them. Those games were full games. Like now you got to pay to play more and get the full game. Like back and I just miss the days where you put the disc in and it starts playing the game. I got to download shit. It's not going to take up half my fucking drive. These days, the whole fucking drive. God, we had it good back then.
We did, dude. The lack of ownership, bro.
I'm grateful.
It's the lack of control, dude. Who doesn't want to have more control over things? And now we can't.
I'm grateful as fuck. That's why I stood over those games when we brought them back, and I fucking tears to my eyes. And then I'm like, I'm going to clean these bitches, take good care of them, and being able to make memories. I'm like, Sean, Tim, anytime you guys want to get retro game night, let's make it happen.
Who owns AI, bro? Microsoft. Sam Altman. Elon Musk with Gronk. Dude, you are monopolizing things right now. We are going to be dependent on these AI models because they're going to get rid of browsers, and then we're stuck with subscribing to these AI models.
There's going to be a lot more than that gone that will be relying. They're going to be our doctors. They're going to be our therapists. They're going to be our financial advisors.
Dude, yeah, right? I took a picture of my arms, Jobins. If you don't know this, and
hold on, you didn't tell me. You took a picture of what?
My arms and you know how I got the itching?
Uh-huh. Oh, okay.
And just they're talking about getting certain creams.
I thought it was for work or something for a second. I was like,
at the store, I'm using ChatGPT to be my doctor.
Uh-huh.
And you were like, dude, you itching yourself all the time, man. So I'm being
driving me nuts. Why is your skin drying up all of a sudden? We got to figure this out.
I think it's eczema, bro. But I'm got a new cream for it. But it's dude, it's just crazy the amount of things the AI is taking over.
You know when your brother's just constantly scratching his itches and it feels like it's like you have scratches and itches because of how much he's scratching and itching? If you know what I'm talking about, that's what I'm going through. And I'm like, God, we got to get you healthy. We got to figure out your poor skin. Your poor Filipino skin out in this dry desert. It's not meant. It's not meant. It took 3 years and now your skin can take no more.
I can't handle it. He who is dependent on others must expect to be ruled. That's an ancient Latin proverb.
Fuck.
That's a Latin proverb. Think about the cycles we have. You talking about pyramids having all these energy, these renewable sources, Atlantis being a myth. You ain't thinking cycles happen? And then you got this, man. We are being controlled again. And then they're going to dig our fossils up and be like, oh my God.
Oh my God. Who was it on? It was someone on it was on a Joe Rogan podcast. And they were like, oh my God, it might have been Albert Einstein that said this.
What the fuck, Alan?
I think it was Albert Einstein that said this. I'm sorry, Jobins, if you want to chat GPT me after this or you want to type it in while you're listening. I think Albert Einstein said this. The second war was fought with nukes. The third war will be fought with nukes. And then the fifth war will be fought with rocks and sticks.
That is the Albert Einstein quote,
I'm pretty sure.
That's a pretty sick quote. It's going to get reverted back. Oh my God, the cycle that I was talking about, reinforcing that.
Yeah. Might not have been Albert Einstein, might have been someone else. Sorry about that.
You know what I would think would be crazy? Jobins, they get to the bottom of the ocean and then they find a Bitcoin symbol.
Like today, if they did, I'd freak out.
And they'd be like, wow, Albert Einstein was right.
It's getting to the point where it's like, okay, either the dimensions or the multiverse, and definitely like we're on a loop.
You know what I want to say right now, dude? Anyone watching right now, I love you. And like, if you have anything going on, comment it, because Black Mirror shit is happening on a daily basis.
For real.
And then you got like a pretty girl, dude, just streaming, getting murdered in Mexico on the stream live, and people are commenting and watching Black Mirror society level shit. I love you guys. If anything's going on, just speak it. We're here for you, because I'm tired of this toxicity.
Oh, shit, dude. That shit, fuck. You were lucky we just had to tell you, bro. Imagine scrolling and you just see it. It's like, what the fuck? Why?
You saw that, dude? That's crazy. Yeah. I'm sorry you had to watch that.
Sorry for the fucking girl, dude. It's like, oh, my God. And it's crazy because apparently violence has been up towards girls in Mexico. So it's like...
It was in like Jalisco, Mexico, I think, and it starts with a J. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing it to any of our Mexican audience or any Spanish-speaking people, but that's messed up.
Oh, I know. I'll be like, I'm finna die for my women. We need our women.
She was a pretty girl just doing her business through online, and then just to get like a delivery person posing as a delivery person to do something like that.
Well, now here we are. Dude, we're continuing the Black Mirror right now. Because it was Black Mirror with her doing that, having a live audience, and then me watching, and then all the comments like you're saying.
You know what? Our thing's different though. Because what are we trying to say though? Everyone out there watching right now, please just tell us how you feel and everything. You know, no one should feel alone.
Fact.
And that's the difference. I don't want to be Black Mirror and repetitive and just spreading an awful story, which is awful. So that story's kind of waking me up, dude, and just being like, guys, just tell us how you feel, like.
Oh yeah, I would put one in the gut.
And you shouldn't have to take 8 shots of tequila to do it either. So, if you're looking at me like that too, like, just know, like, just be real about shit.
I really did not mean to do that. When I watched it, I felt sick. I should have just said that. Fuck.
Dude, it's messed up, guys.
It is.
So just please, I love all of you guys that are, like, supporting us, and we want to support you. We should support each other.
Can I tell you another crazy story?
I'm listening.
It happened here. So I flew back home. The real ID thing went into effect on the 7th.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I flew home the 1st, but I had it planned that I was flying home, getting a U-Haul, and driving back to AZ, right? Mm-hmm. But my mom, she thought that you were coming. But I was like, no, Mom, you had too much going on. I'm like, it's just me.
Sorry I wasn't there, Liz.
No,
I love you.
No, it's okay. It's okay. You had too much going on.
Dude, now I feel bad, though. You're just important to me.
Well, no. I'm not saying that to make you feel bad. It was super short notice, and you have your bank job. You have your trip coming up with your family, and you're going to New Jersey. So that's why did I come up to you and go, Brenden, I am really upset or sad that you are not coming. Never did. Right? Mm-hmm. It wasn't a big deal. Mm-hmm. I'm going home to take care of my mom, get this taken care of, and come back. Well, boy, oh, man. When I got there, she was like, you are not driving back across the country alone. Blah, 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 blah. Shout out, Chris. Love you, brother. I hit him. It was like he heard my mom say that. Because that night, he texted me. He's like, hey, bro, just want you to know, like, if you need help moving shit back, I'm not working, and we can make it happen. I was like, fuck,
that's
dude.
Awesome. Dude.
I know. It was like weird, perfect. Again, another weird timing thing.
Dude, honestly, bro. Shout out Christian. I'm happy that you said that, because the night before that, he did a podcast with me, Jobins, on the Brenden Show channel. Mm-hmm. And he was all enthusiastic and everything, dude. And he had to come over the last night after that, dude. And I'm happy that he went with you too, man. Because you had a huge journey yourself.
Because there was, for a moment, like, my mom almost sent me back home right away because the fucking I didn't have a real ID. And this real ID thing went into effect, which caused fucking hell. Imagine, like, not knowing anything. You got your ticket, you got your ID, and it's the fucking 7th, and you can't fly all of a sudden, but your ID's still... Which
is bullshit, dude. They're going to do this on our IDs, guys.
Well, yeah, so it's caused hell at the DMVs, right? I knew it was coming, so I got up early the other day, and I went. I'm like, well, before I got there, I'm telling myself I'm going to be there all day, right? Sure enough, I walk in. Well, before pulling into the parking lot, I go, oh, fuck. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, jeez. And Then I get inside and I'm like, oh my God, it's long.
You got your ticket out?
I had to type into the computer to check in, and then I had to get in the check-in line, walk-in check-in line, and then there was a reserved walk-in line. And then this is me. The poor guy, he came out in he made in my time waiting, which was about an hour and 10 minutes that I waited.
Oh my God.
Yeah. In that
I'm pissed already. I'm pissed already,
and
Jobin.
see, there's the difference with me, guys, because in the 3 times that this guy came out, I know where he's going, and he's making announcements that are just pissing people off. So I kept telling him, I'd go, you're a legend. I was like, thanks, man, you're a legend, and he appreciated it.
You know it's not called the DMV here.
What is it called?
ADOT. Arizona Department of Transportation. They got my birthday wrong. They got my name wrong. Screw you guys for charging me another $110.
Did you notice it on the paper? Was it right on the paper and wrong on the ID?
The burden of mistake should be left on the issuer. On the issuer.
Because if you didn't look at your piece of paper.
Screw you guys. You printed it off, not me. I didn't print it off.
He's in stage 8 now, guys, which is anger.
Dude, screw the ADOT.
No, all right. But listen, so there's a long line, right? And to me, it's annoying, right? But as long as you have what you need to have in order to get what you need to get done, it's a smooth ride. Now, and when it comes to long lines and technical difficulties, that's when you just found your stoicism. And that I did. I rizzed up the girl, too, really good. I was making her laugh. She thanked me for making her day good. Because I told her, I'm like, hey, I even walked up to her. I said, hey, I'm an overthinker. I'm pretty sure I got everything. You guys are legends. Because I knew they had already been doing shit. Mm-hmm. I go, even if I don't have everything and you got to tell me I don't, you're still a legend. And it started from there.
How's your ID look? Does it have a wrong name or date of birth?
I checked my paper and everything.
Oh, what? Good. So I'm on me because I didn't check it right after.
Check it. I think they give you 3 opportunities to check.
How much shit do we have to give them? How much crap do I have to give them? And I gotta check it now. Screw you, bro. I was expecting some support. No, I respect. So you saw it and it was all fine. It's all right. Schmitty did great. He got his ID and he got all the paperwork ready.
And it was a smooth. It was a real quick.
Screw you, bro.
I made her day. It was good. But I was one of these guys. Guess what happened? They're killing people. They're actually killing people with these DM leads.
What?
I'm standing there on my phone, right? Because I'm like, okay, I got a million messages to reply to. I got all this time in this line. This is what I'm going to reply to them. So I'm going through my shit. I'm replying it. Boom, 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 boom. Getting them out. Boom, 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 boom. All of a sudden, I look up. They're wheeling a stretcher in. And I'm like, what the fuck happened? A lady had passed out. And then I'll say it, but I didn't do it. I almost took a video of the whole thing, and I'm saying they're killing us.
Oh, that would have been Black Mirror level. I hear you.
Exactly. And I'm like, dude, if I saw some asshole recording my mom after having a health incident, I want to fuck them up. So you just don't do that. There's people that do that, though. You know what I mean? But in that moment, I'm even going, oh, my God, an emergency just happened around me, and I was locked on my phone. Like, I didn't even notice it going around. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And then when I even got up to the lady, we were talking about it. The old lady apparently had even fallen. I'm like, I had no idea all this was going on until the stretcher walked by. It was just weird. It felt weird. You know what I mean?
You definitely couldn't be Jake Gyllenhaal from Nightcrawler.
Why?
With that mentality. Because he's filming people being dead and stuff in this movie.
Well, I wanted to be like, they're literally killing us. They're literally, old people are having strokes out here. That was one of the announcements before the lady had even passed out. The guy's like, hey, we're going to make a separate line for people who need to sit down if you need to sit down. It was chaos. You know what I mean?
That's sad, man.
For a star on the real ID. You need your birth certificate. You don't need to have your social security card. You can just say your social security, right? And then you need 2 forms of proof of residency. That's it. And that was in and out. But boy, was it a battlefield. DMVs.
Screw you, ADOT.
Right? Dude, we've been going for a long time. I feel like we ain't touched the surface of everything I got.
Dude, did you know that Warren Buffett stepped down from Berkshire Hathaway?
I did see that.
That's crazy, dude.
Well, what's he going to do? What's happening?
He's 94 years old, so his mental faculties are not the same as they once were. So he's just like, I'm going to step down. I'm still going to be director of the board. Wait, he stepped down as CEO.
Before I die, all my money's going into the America to fix everything.
I don't trust Warren Buffett, dude.
But
you know what? Warren Buffett's more powerful than any pope.
You've talked about Warren Buffett and read all his books.
Yeah, I know, and that's why I don't like him.
Really?
The more I learn about these really rich people, the more I just see how evil they are, dude.
Not all. It's not all.
Berkshire Hathaway, more like Berkshire takes away.
Right? On a positive note, Jobins, we're fucking 3 weeks out from Sugar Sean and New. It was really cool what Tim did. They emulated a fight. They had walkouts. They had crowd going. We had the lights. It was so sick. Sean had such a great performance. I'm not going to say too much.
I'm pumped, though,
but
man. Yeah.
After that, man, it's hashtag and New. And we're saying it now. And it's going to be great. A lot of people are going in with this Sean and Marab rematch. And the haters are thinking that it's going to be the exact same fight. And I'm telling you right now, it's not going to be the same fight that it was the first time.
Elite level focus, elite level changes. You're going to see an elite level game plan.
Absolutely. I cannot wait. 3 weeks out. Can't wait.
I'm so excited for New Jersey, bro.
Right? There's been a lot of exciting UFC announcements. Khamzat and DDP for UFC 319.
That's crazy.
Yeah, dude. Khamzat's getting his shot. He opened up as a favorite against DDP. What do you think about that? That was kind of a little controversial. Khamzat coming in as a favorite to me, it's like, okay, yeah, he's been scary. His performances have been dominant. But DDP is a retaining champion who's also had great performances. So to me, it was a little shocking that I can understand it being super close, but Khamzat just being the scary guy, I don't think that's enough to get the favorite. What do you think? What do you guys think?
He never fought Alex Pereira either, though. I just would love to see. Khamzat's had a crazy career where he could be the guy that just destroys DDP. I just don't know. If DDP comes out and looks really good, I'll be impressed. But I kind of have a feeling that he's kind of gonna get shit on.
This is my opinion. Either it's Khamzat's time, Khamzat the next guy, and he's gonna come through like the storm he is, and he storms through DDP again, or we might potentially see a neutralized Khamzat from DDP. What if DDP completely neutralizes Khamzat's game plan? How do you think that could happen?
That would be correct. I mean, I just don't know how he's gonna fare against him. Like the only real high grappling fight was with Burns, which kind of canceled out, and Burns almost had that better of him. Then he had that fight with Kamaru Usman, right?
Right.
And that was even close. So DDP could have a chance.
I wonder, because sometimes, dude, it happens. That awkward kind of punches and stances and exchanges, they work. But then sometimes them awkward ones fucking cost you. And with a guy like Khamzat who's sharp, we'll see.
I think Khamzat's going to win, dude. There's more for Khamzat than there is DDP.
A part of me is right now, I'm waiting for the build-up. Right now, a part of me is because I know Khamzat's the big scary boogeyman. But a guy like DDP, big head, big strong head, tough, durable, cardio durable, is this going to be a maybe potential snooze fest where he just completely shuts down?
Who's DDP's last 3 opponents?
DDP, oh my God, I'm shitting. Sean Strickland was one.
Yep.
The guy he just fought, I'm blanking right now. You caught me off guard.
Kamara?
No, he just fought DDP. He just beat...
He beat Israel Adesanya, too.
Yeah, but was it Sean Strickland for the rematch that was the last one? God, I'm blanking. Why'd you ask me that question?
But I'm telling you right now, Jobins, the main point of my question was this. He hasn't fought anyone on the level.
That would have been a good... Who did he just fight?
Of our boy that he's going to fight.
God, that's really going to bug me now.
He's going to lose probably, in my opinion. 75% is going towards Khamzat.
You got your phone? Look it up. I can't take it.
Should I chat GPT it?
Just say DDP's record. Jeez Louise.
I got it right now. You guys, watch this.
Good old ChatGPT. ChatGPT, we're live on a pod. Can you ask us this?
Hey, ChatGPT, we're live on a podcast right now. Can you tell us DDP's record?
Might just tell you a number right now. You should have said last 3 opponents.
All right, yeah. Here, guys.
As that's going, Ilia Topuria, massive favorite over Charles Oliveira, UFC 317, June 28th, Las Vegas. Now, that one I can agree with. Charles gets fucking hit. Ilia hits fucking hard.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
I got Ilia winning. Let's go Ilia, dude. Over Charles Oliveira.
Yeah, massive favorite. Islam vacates lightweight title to challenge Jack Della. Now, that you know what's kind of crazy? That's official. Stamp it official. No more double champs. Because, dude, if anyone's going to have the right to be a double champ right now, it's so Islam.
Yeah, that's true.
He's had almost 1,000 days. It's like 900 and something days of being
1,000 days?
So like three.
That's 3+ years, dude.
Yeah, that he's been champ. He's one of the longest champs right now. So if anyone was going to be double champ, it should have been him. And nope. So everybody giving up the belts. No more double champs in the UFC. He said no more. To be honest with you, though, this is my prediction right now with Islam and Jack. I think it's a very risky move for Islam, and I'm predicting Jack to win. With his takedown defense and the way he's able to strike, I think that's it's gonna really show Islam's improvements.
Because who did he just beat?
Huh?
Bilal Muhammad, dude, who was a great wrestler.
Oh yeah, dude.
I think he could really upset him.
Yeah.
But what if he did get taken down, bro?
I kind of felt bad for Bilal because, dude, he's a gangster, man. He hung in there. Mm-hmm. He's a tough dude, man.
Yeah,
shows up.
He looked like they were in a fight.
Yeah. It was a good fight. A lot of people were saying it was funny, too, being with the boys because we got to watch the fights for the first time in 3 years together. Mm-hmm. And I was like, wow, who would have thought Bilal's fight wouldn't be so boring? I was like, damn, dude.
That's pretty ruthless.
Yeah. But, yeah.
Did you hear about Tory Lanez?
Oh yeah, that was fucked up. That was
Jobins.
Scary,
I've always liked Tory Lanez music too. He's a short guy like me. You know he's only 5'3". 5'3" in prison. Tory Lanez, and he gets stabbed. How many times? He gets stabbed, guys. Oh my god, I wrote it down here too. 14 times in the face, the back, torso, chest, head.
I wouldn't wish that on anybody, dude.
Both of his lungs collapsed. They had to take him to the hospital, and he's in steady condition apparently and able to talk.
What a gangster.
That's crazy. The guy that got him was like already in prison for murder.
I wonder why. Do you know why? I didn't look.
Maybe just because it's Tory Lanez. He's a small guy, dude. He's a short dude.
Talking about all that toxic stuff. You're bringing up all these toxic...
Dude, he apparently, do you know why he even got locked up in the first place? Because him and Megan Thee Stallion and her assistant.
Oh yeah, when he shot her in the foot.
Apparently there was a love triangle thing going on. There was a love triangle thing going on with Tory Lanez, Megan Thee Stallion, and her assistant. And then they were all yelling inside an SUV. Then she walks out, and allegedly Tory Lanez said, "Dance, bitch," and started shooting and shot 5 shots, and bullet fragments hit both her feet. And she had to get surgery. He's serving 10 years. And then he gets stabbed 14 times.
Doesn't deserve to be stabbed 14 times. No one should fuck around with guns like that, though. That's fucked up.
Yeah, that is.
But yeah, dude, being stabbed would be literally the scariest thing ever.
Dude, he's so talented, too, Jobins. And it's like, damn, and he does stupid stuff like that to get locked up.
Right? Dude, Robert Whittaker versus RDR. After RDR just had a great performance against Bo Nickel. Did you see that fight?
Yeah, dude, you beating Bo Nickel like that's pretty impressive.
What I love about Robert Whittaker, man, he's just ready to go. He said that they almost did Sean Strickland 2, or not 2, 2. They never fought each other.
Yeah, I was gonna say, dude, that would be a good fight.
It would be a good fight. But they almost did that fight. But Sean wasn't ready in time because Robert just wants to get back. And this is fucking nuts because Robert just had his jaw broken. I'm like, dude, to go up against a guy who can hit hard like RDR. I'm just a little nervous about the jaw, about my boy Robert, but man, what a dog. Because I think it might be a little, a guy like that getting a good win over a rising prospect, take him out. Get him out of here before he gets even more experience.
Man, but at the same time, Whittaker's already had his time in the sun.
I love Whittaker.
He's already been a legend.
This is a big fight for RDR. This is a big move beating Robert Whittaker.
Yeah, it is.
Right around the corner, July 28th. So not even far away.
Would anyone still not like Robert Whittaker if he lost?
Dude, Robert Whittaker's a dog. But I'm like, man, because that jaw break was scary when Khamzat, dude. That was scary.
Yeah, that was tough, man. Yeah, dude, Khamzat's gonna whoop DDP, bro.
We'll see. Come fight week, I might have a different pick. Right now, that was my pick. I have a little movie review with you. I watched with my mom, and this was a movie that I never would have thought a million years I'd ever watch a movie like this. And it was like very unique. It's called Marcel the Shell with Shoes On. Have you ever heard of it?
Never heard of it. Never watched this movie, Jobins.
My mom, we're looking for stuff to watch. I couldn't find anything. Oh, I showed her Kill Tony on Netflix, and she fell in love with what's his name? Trump guy.
Oh, Shane Gillis?
Shane Gillis. She fell in love with him doing the Trump stuff. But we're sitting there trying to find movies, and she's like, oh, please watch this with me. It was so cute, and it had such a good story. You'll love it. And I'm looking at the trailer, and I'm going, oh, my God, what is this? And then I watched it with her.
Say the title one more time for us.
Marcel the Shell with Shoes On. And it's a claymation animation real show where it's like a little claymated character, but in the real world. Mm-hmm. Right? Mm-hmm. And it was made in 2021. It's PG. It got a 7.6 on IMDb.
Damn.
Got a 98 on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, wow. That's really good. Okay.
Yeah, it took them 7 years to make. Claymation type shit. And it's about a shell who lost his family. And then he got found by this guy, and he's making a documentary about him. And then he becomes famous. And then he tries finding his family.
That's a lot going on.
I know. And it actually, one part I was like, damn, I wasn't expecting this to get me all teary.
It's this emotional movie.
Yeah, even I didn't think I'd ever watch it. But yeah, if you guys are just high one night, you got nothing to do, check it out.
Okay.
Marcel the Shell with Shoes On.
Damn, man. I feel like all the information that I've had has been like a downer, guys. It's been crazy stuff going on. Because I was talking about
What do you want to talk about? Talk about it, baby.
P. Diddy, dude. His trial's happening right now. It's going on currently, Jobins. And then Cassie Ventura. Remember she does that one song? Oh, my God. I can't think of the song Cassie does. Jobins. But it was a big song. And she was with Sean Diddy Combs for 10 years.
Oh, God.
And then apparently they participated in these sex-fueled parties called freak-offs.
And then doesn't he have something where she was like, I can't wait for the next freak-off? So it's like, that's consent.
But she ran away in a hotel video, and he chases her, and then he beats her.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, it's terrible.
I haven't seen that.
Sean Diddy Combs. And now his defense, Jobins, is trying to say, yeah, he might be guilty of being a bad person and like domestic abuse, but he's not guilty of sex trafficking, transportation for prostitution, racketeering, conspiracy, just being a bad person.
Yeah.
So their defense is set on like that video evidence.
Fuck yeah.
Crazy, dude. And we grew up with this dude, man. P. Diddy. Dude. And then Cassie was hot too, dude. And she had this, I forget what the song was called, man. But
it's me and you.
It's me and you. Yeah.
I've been waiting. I know, we were in love with her.
Dude. And she's participating in freak-offs. Apparently, P. Diddy had his bodyguard, and he said, hey, sleep with him. How did that happen?
Dude, it's obvious that P. Diddy's list is probably the same as Epstein's list. Like, they were probably both involved with each other.
Well.
Because they're both doing this shit at the same time. Epstein probably earlier.
And hear this. Kash Patel, the FBI director, Jobins, he's coming up now, and he's saying that he's going to investigate more into the Epstein files and stuff. And then the FBI director James Comey recently said 8647 on Twitter,
that Trump took it
and
as
got
a threat.
in trouble. Secret Service came there.
That's talking about removing.
That's talking about removing the president, dude. And that's the former FBI director.
There's so much going on.
Dude, there's so many internal fights going on. There's actually a secret civil war happening while we're talking right now.
I think it's spiritual. I'm crazy, guys. And then we were talking with JoJo's brother about symbolic shit and just all the kind of stuff going on. Yeah. I think the people in power do things to get power. 100%.
Dude, yeah.
And we see it. It's right in front of us all the time.
This all follows back to the Pope. This all follows back to the Pope. You said people do things to get in power. And then you have a conclave of men, white men coming together and doing this.
You know, I think it was Pope Leo is what they said.
That's the new Pope.
Yeah. But the Pope Leo from 1903 was the first Pope to allow being recorded. So before that Pope, they wouldn't even allow you to record or take videos of anything of the Pope. that I'm like, whoa. You know
Dude,
what I
I
mean?
was there, right? And they have guards with the pole arms still.
Uh-huh.
It's like there's Scientology almost on steroids with more credibility and like history behind them to back up their like status.
It's weird.
It's crazy.
It's weird how just statues or floor tiles or paintings and wall paint, what they all can mean, and it's right there in front
How
of
many
you.
freak offs happened in the Vatican? That's what I want to know. Because, dude, that place is crazy. You got a huge gift shop at the end of the Vatican door. What are you doing? And you got gold walls as far as you can see, Jobins.
Uh-huh.
Kind of looks like a Diddy mansion, maybe. That's what I'm saying, dude. I'm like, you guys are dirty. And I speak directly to God, not through some church.
Yep. Well, just like anything, God will get them too.
That's what I'm saying.
Right?
Damn.
Karma's real, dude. Karma's fucking real. It's crazy. What else?
Crazy.
What else dark you got? You got anything else dark?
Well, we were watching that PBD interview
Which
with
one?
that one guy that was talking about 9/11 and being like talking with the fire chief.
He was going off. He was sounding off on it, dude. That whole shit is when you talk about like firemen and police officers and all the people who died that day, and then it's like, man, that's just people need justice, and those people get justice by us actually truly knowing what happened.
Yeah, dude. You're right. Orio Joseph Palmer was the guy that he was talking about.
You know, Patrick Bet David had a guy on that was part of them, and he said he was friends with them, and he died 30 days later, or after the second time he was on, he died 30 days later of like a fast stomach cancer, which now Biden just actually got announced today.
And politics aside, dude, prayers that he
Prayers
gets
to
better.
Biden. Yeah, dude,
That's scary.
Cancer sucks,
Mm-hmm.
but it's just kind of weird with timing.
Who knows the evil stuff going on that we have
know.
no idea about.
But yeah.
And there's
matter
just so
what-
much stuff we're probably going to learn in the future that's going to blow our minds.
You know what I loved about my dad? Because he would have found out, if he would have found out about Joe having stomach cancer, he would have been like, he was our former president. That's someone that was representing our country, and I still wish him prayers and everything. Because there's people out there that are saying some fucked up shit about it when it was announced.
Dude, true.
And it's like, dude, that was our former president. Whether you hate him or not, he did some fucked up shit. That's real life shit. And that's just the one thing you just don't wish on people.
You know what, though? At the same time, all the politicians out there that have been ad hominem attacks, personal attacks on each other through social media or through whatever platform they're using have been going at each other's throats. Now they're all having a unified message of like prayers for President Biden. But to me, the unification just shows that the whole system's corrupt and that you can vote left or right, but they're both going to hug each other behind closed doors, and you don't know about it.
Yeah. I did not expect this episode to go this political this time.
Yeah,
I was not prepared.
I was ready
to catch I was ready to catch up. It's been very busy. It's been very busy getting everything organized. Been good though.
It's good to have you
back.
back.
It's good to be back. Got a fire in my belly, yeah. Get some shit going.
Me too, dude. I got to get back into jits more. Get ready. Because I would like to compete, dude, down the line.
Fuck yeah. Hell yeah, my man. You got this.
So
That'd be
I'm
awesome
just
to
getting in a like alpha mentality. Let's get
You can
it.
do it. You gotta gain weight. Poor little bastard.
It's tough, Kachobins.
Drink some protein shakes. You'll be good, my man.
You're still a legend at Guitar Hero, though. I ain't gonna lie. Jobins, he's got all the game systems back.
It's been fun.
And we were playing Guitar Hero 2.
It was really fun playing with all you guys. Never in a million years. I want to play with Sean and Tim so bad. It'd be legendary to play some old school games with them. And Sono and more, like all the boys. Yeah.
That's fun, though, man.
Yeah. All right, guys. Episode 109. We got a big episode 200 coming up. Love you guys for staying with us all this time. Greatly appreciate you. Please like and subscribe. Comment. Let us know some shit. Working on the volume. I know volume's been fucked up a couple times. I'm like, what the fuck? I don't know why that happens out of nowhere. So make sure that doesn't happen.
We got this.
Episode 200 next week. See you then. Love you.
Oh, shit.
Love you.